Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the performance. I, of course, am Hayden Hartrick. I am the ringleader of this keen knot of kangaroos, and these are your jesters. We've got Clayton Chalman.
Merry Dilsmas, everybody.
We've got Alex Pittner.
Yeah, I didn't think of one today, so we're just going to call it.
We've got Maxim Foster.
My name is Max. I'll tell you some facts. I'm drinking a Coke because alcohol tastes like candle wax.
We've got Collin Mims.
I'm drinking sangria out of a Sailor Moon mug.
And we've
Hell yeah.
got Brett Owen.
On this wonderful day, may the dads be with you.
And this is
Jest.
Jest.
Wow, okay.
Cheers, everybody.
That's why we should have started with the song.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Jest Quest. I just spilled some condensation on my leg, so we're already off to a very solid start.
That's not where I thought that word was going.
But yes, welcome back to our 21st episode of Jest Quest. We all have fun little drinks and cups because it's the 21st. And yeah, we're excited to play today. I hope everybody's excited to watch us. I hope everybody is having a good Father's Day. I was going to go into something with that, and then there was nothing in my brain, so we're just going to cruise right on by.
Woo!
Yeah, no, I hope everybody's been having a good week. We're very excited to be playing, as always. I know I'm excited to be running. I hope everybody here is excited to be playing. I would be very disappointed
So excited.
if that wasn't the case. But I don't think there's much I want to talk about before we get right into this. So unless anybody else wants to stop me, nobody does. Nobody ever does. The one day one of you stops me, it's going to throw me for such a loop.
Yeah.
We're actually planning it.
Yeah.
You have a whole group chat planning when you're going to stop me.
It'll happen. Just watch your back, Hayden. Watch
Yeah.
your back.
So I think we're just going to hop right into it. Into this 21st episode of Jest Quest. Last time, our group of intrepid adventurers were in the city of Mozetta, investigating a series of strange occurrences that had led to the city encased in a deep winter. No supplies coming in. It had been about 3 weeks of this winter. Hunting parties going missing. Yamina's agents that were in town going missing while trying to investigate. Lots of anger amongst the citizenry. A lot of tension in the city had been built up over the past few weeks, and our party arrived into it, and being the people that they are, they decided to try to help Mozetta. So they have ventured out into the outskirts of Mozetta, tracking down the last known location of one of Yamina's agents after being beckoned by a diviner to head north. They headed north to a general area, eventually came across a frozen patch of forest to which a large amount of these frozen undead, including a large collection of 40 some odd bodies of undead, they came out of the wood and tried to attack. The party was quick to dispatch with them, and at the center of the large clot of undead, they found a Aarakocra, not Jeskar like the one they were looking for, but instead a raven-feathered, or a raven-like, not raven, robin-like looking creature. And that is where we're picking up. So, what would you like to do? With this battle just freshly finished, a myriad of dead bodies surrounding your feet. All of them are these, like, I believe I described last session, but they're like these half-decomposed, a lot of it was the ice itself created the parts where flesh and bone were missing. so now, instead of these full bodies, you basically just have a bunch of limbs and torsos and heads just stuck together in these different piles.
So Dionysus is going to maintain her concentration on Call Lightning,
Okay.
but she's also going to step forward to one of the smaller, just the individual zombies,
Okay.
and kind of check out like where that ice had formed in, like what had caused that missing space. Was it simply decomposition, or was it an actual wound that had caused for there to be loss of flesh?
Make a medicine check.
I'm so embarrassed. My dice are in the drawer. I'm sorry. Give me just a second.
Can I check that that Aarakocra as well? See if there's any clothing I recognize, maybe from like Jimenez group or anything like that.
Sure. Make an investigation check.
And then further, I would like to ritually cast Identify on the Aarakocra to see if there are any spells affecting it. And then I also maybe want to cast Identify when I'm done with that, also just on like one of the wounds or one of the bodies, and just kind of investigate how Dionysus is doing, probably.
Okay.
So
let me go one by one. I'll come back to you, Thomas. Give me just a second, because I'm trying to keep all this balanced in my head. Dionysus, what was your medicine check?
I got a 15.
15. Okay. So looking through at these bodies, they're not like clean cut wounds. Like it's not like a solid. You can't tell exactly what it is, but you know it wasn't a blade because the lines and the cuts in the flesh are not like straight. And the cuts even go through the bone. Like these bones are severed and like broken in points. So it's not like a full bone that just the ice was used as muscle. The ice was like the full like shoulder pieces of some or like the torsos of others. But the cuts, the sever points are jagged, not quite. It doesn't. You don't really have an inkling of what did this. You just know it wasn't a blade. You don't. You know these bodies weren't like carved up, or like arms weren't like sliced off with a sword.
Dionysus is going to relay that, and she's going to add on top. It is possible, perhaps, that there was some sort of animal involved, maybe bites, claws, something less skilled. It is difficult to ascertain, but it is not the clean work of a blade.
Logan, what was your question again?
12. It was the investigation check to see if I recognized who the Aarakocra might be, if they're wearing any symbols or anything from Jimenez.
You've only seen, you yourself have only seen Yamina's robes on top. You've seen flashes of her, whatever she was wearing underneath. But this Aarakocra also seems to have been stripped bare to just, like, undergarment clothing. There's not a lot that was left on them. Same with all of the bodies. Most of these bodies are wearing, if anything... some of the bodies are in fact naked, but some of the bodies are just wearing just basic undergarments. Most of them have no valuables or personal effects on them, and same with this Aarakocra. But you do know from general living your life, Aarakocras are a rarer race to find.
Right. So if these bodies are all missing their finer clothes, jewelry, and stuff, to me that seems to imply that this could be the work of something intelligent, at least that was creating the big mass.
So intelligent, but not necessarily killing them on their own, or...
Yeah, maybe whatever caused the wounds is different than what made the big, massive, hulking thing.
Yeah, maybe this may not be our primary thing to look for, but if we can find perhaps where their items are or something, or where their clothes, or maybe where their things are, maybe that might lead us to another clue to who it might be doing this or what might be doing this.
It's definitely something to keep a lookout for.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas, at this point, you probably have completed your ritual cast of your first identify, which was on the body of the Aarakocra, correct?
Yes.
Okay. At the current moment, it is not affected by any spells. It is not under the influence of any magic.
Okay.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
I guess I maybe should have asked this earlier. Is it alive?
It is. If it is alive, it would be under some sort of magical influence because the body is not in one piece.
Oh.
Yes, like all of these bodies, none of them are in one piece.
Okay. None of them are in what?
None of them are in one piece. There is
no. That's for Clayton. Sorry. I rolled a 25 Arcana.
Okay, you would know with necromancy magic that you probably, with it no longer moving, if it was under some sort of necromancy magic, that is how you killed it, is by removing that magic through damaging it. So, if it was under a spell, it is no longer under a spell. And so you're pretty certain that if it is a zombie, it is not going to be coming back.
Okay.
All right, well, what I've learned here is it's not coming back. We're good. I know you guys are going to find this really hard to believe, so maybe take this standing up, but this is magic in nature, y'all. It's necromancy magic.
No, that can't be true.
Logan, you have to trust me. I went ahead and wrote down an explanation on a piece of paper. Guess which hand of the paper?
Is it in your asshole again?
Yeah, it's in my asshole again.
Nice, man. Wait, that's not. No.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's get serious here.
Mr. DM, I would love to
leave the group.
I would love to leave the group forever. If Monty's going to go and check while they're doing their investigating and identifying and such, I would love to investigate and see if I can just kind of like check out where the big thing came from, see if I see. It seems like it kind of was on us pretty quick. Like if it seems like it came from underground or anything like that.
No need to roll.
Okay.
You walk over, pushing through, like kind of walking where in the forest it came out from. You see in front of you, pushing out for as far as you can see until more trees kind of take over. Eventually, the forest area you're in, the snow dissipates, right? As I had described previously, when you got a certain distance outside of Mosetta, the snow had stopped, but the chill had not. And then eventually you came across this, which is kind of out of the blue. From the direction where the large clot appeared from, you see, pushing off, winding through the forest, is just this long, wide stretch of ice.
Hey, y'all. I reckon following this thing would probably be a good start. And I'll show y'all the thing.
Yeah, we probably should. Let's go.
It's probably no wider than, like your average road, like city street that you walk down. And it just winds back and forth through the trees.
Okay, that's a great idea. That said, do you mind if we take a little break real quick? I'm quite tired, and I did kind of show bleeding clearly out of my chest. I did kind of deal with this whole deal. So.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
I dropped my guard while I was putting a piece of paper in my asshole to slide slow again.
You did that
Oh my
in the
God.
fight?
He wasn't looking, you know, I have to keep him on his
It's true,
toes.
yeah. You can, yeah.
Hayden, I assume we're not in danger of like this ice melting if we take a quick breather.
You're not certain.
Let us
Bonfire
travel
time?
along the path. And
Yeah, it's just a thing of this is not something you've ever experienced before. You assume it's magical. You don't know if it'll go away.
let us travel along the path. And if we come across something that is very obviously dangerous in nature, well, we can wait to engage with it until after we have rested. But for the time being, I fear we are on a tight schedule.
Mm-hmm.
A slippery
Agreed.
slope, as it were, because it's ice.
How rough are you looking, Thomas?
I'm at half health, but then again, I'm looking pretty rough when I'm at max HP. So
I'm gonna hit Tommy. Fuck it, with a second level cure wounds.
No. Vidya slaps your. What are you using to cast that with?
It would be a gauntlet with like a little note in the middle.
Vidya,
Oh,
We
yeah.
just met you.
Vidya just slaps that down. No, come on. And
This is
I
like
put
the
my
second
hand.
day we've known you.
I put my hand on his shoulder and I'm just like, look, okay, lay on hands, and I'm gonna.
yeah.
How much health do you need to get to max?
To get to max, I'd need 14.
Okay, I give you 14.
Hey, oh, thank you.
Okay. Fuck it.
Oh, I feel 2 feet taller.
Yep.
Vidya,
Yeah.
just go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
Oh no.
What?
I think I might know why you're having Vidya do this, but I'm not sure.
2. You get 2 extra HP. Hey.
2?
Yeah. It's not a 1.
Okay. Thomas, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 15. I'm an observant.
Oh, you are an observant little.
Oh, Jesus.
As in, I have the observant feat. I'm not very perceptive. I only took that to get my intelligence to
Okay.
max level.
Cool.
Oh God.
Okay.
Sick.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh no.
so-
well, I guess this would be metagame.
Vidya
Yeah.
reaches out, puts the hand on Thomas's shoulder, and you kind of see this white glow kind of apparate out of her palm, kind of shining out from her hand for a second before just kind of dimming and then reappearing where Thomas's wound is, and you watch as that wound slowly closes itself.
That's magic.
You kind of see just for a moment, Thomas, on your side, just a little like spectral feather kind of appear for a moment and like press over, like just kind of fan over the wound, and then the scar itself is gone as well.
I'll be like,
Your men is watching over us even now.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Vidya, that was not something out of the ordinary for you to see. That is just
Okay,
kind of
cool.
What happens when you fully heal someone with your lay on hands?
Yeah. Normally, I actually discovered it, and I was trying to tickle a coworker at my last job.
Is that where you got fired?
Yeah, that's how I got fired. Turns out I'm just great with feathers, you know?
What? Tickle a coworker.
hobbies, biking, feathers.
Archaeology.
Tickling. Oh my God, yeah. You start working at a new job and you're like, don't go
Yeah.
near that one. Don't go. They're gonna try and tickle you, man.
I know we work at the pillow factory, but when he's holding a feather, just don't.
Onward.
Yeah.
Onward, indeed.
I got 16 points. I can heal anyone else on the way. That's
So you're going down the frozen path.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Who is leading us down this frozen path?
Not me.
I can do it.
Not me.
Logan can do it.
the video will follow behind
We'll be
him.
behind Logan.
Okay. So Logan,
Well,
because
it's
I
kind of-
believe you have assistance, go ahead and roll a survival check with advantage.
That's a dirty 4.
Oh.
Ooh.
With advantage?
Yeah, Logan's like, so for the first time, I will be leading the crew. I am a born leader. We're all born leaders in my family. Onward we march. And I immediately slip and fall on the ice.
You trip over a
from
frozen
the
butt
snow
crack.
To, Logan living in a more southern region, growing up there
Right.
on a
Yeah.
coastline region as well, you're not used to ice. So stepping
No.
from this like soft snow directly onto this slick ice, you just kind of go forward for a second till your feet give out from under you, and you just kind of slide down the path for like 5 feet until
Nice.
you're able to catch yourself.
Is the road sloped at all?
You kind of it's more of his forward momentum that carries
Okay.
him. But you all do notice for just a second as he slides across the path that his butt was going across, there is a small gold glow that like paint like on the ground that follows him and then dissipates behind him.
Let's go. Everyone, come on. I'm
So
walking.
Following down the path. How long are you going down the path? How long would you go before stopping or doing something else or reconvening?
At
Maybe
an hour, right?
Yeah, hour, yeah.
An hour down the path. You've gone, it curves in and out between trees, just down the forest, following Logan. It takes about an hour, and the path still seems to extend, curving in front of you for as far as you can see.
Is it curve? So you say it's winding, right?
Mhm.
Do we have a decent sense of where we are in relation to Mosetta?
You have a decent sense of in the fact that you are a few miles north of it, but in terms of like looking at a map and saying we are here, go ahead and make a survival check.
Okay.
We get assistance from what's her name's map.
Uh,
I
you-
don't-
Survival will be 24.
that's like what's allowing you to kind of be like, oh, maybe we started here and went this way this long and stuff like that.
I gotcha.
How
I
much?
gotcha.
24.
Oh Jesus.
24. Okay. It's enough to realize you haven't really made much headway in any one particular direction. It curves, and it seems like it is specifically designed to be a very long path to get to where you're going. Like purposefully curvy, not curvy out of necessity, but curvy out of a sense of trying to make this road as long as possible.
That's the name of my autobiography.
Hey.
So if it is winding and curving so much, would it be reasonable to assume that we could like see the path from other places and just make some like little shortcuts?
Potentially.
Could I send Gerald up to fly around and see
That'd
like,
be great.
where it would take us, and then we just make a direct line there?
Okay. So that would involve you going into Gerald's eyes.
Indeed.
While that is happening, could I once again cast Locate Plant as a ritual?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So you're
Also-
stopping on this path for a second. 1 second. Let me look up here.
Did we ever call off the fine steed, or do we just still have a ghost horse with us?
I still have a ghost
Or
horse.
as long as before it
All
died.
right. Cool.
I assume that is still what Monty is writing on.
Yeah,
Thank you.
if you're cool with that.
Right. Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check with a goose's stats.
So technically, gooses don't have stats.
Yes.
I've been using owl stats this entire time.
Yes, that works. Just get rid of the improved like hearing thing.
Okay.
They have like that advantage on perception.
The advantage.
I don't think a goose would have that.
I got a 14.
A 14?
Yeah.
Okay. So you send Gerald up, seeing through his eyes, controlling him as he goes in and out, following this path until it reaches a point where you can't go any further and still remain within seeing through him. And the path is still out of your sight.
Okay. I guess I'll report that.
Yeah.
That took about 10 minutes to go through and just try to fly through all of that, too.
And not above?
Huh?
And through and not
flying,
above? Okay.
Flying through, following along that, like,
okay,
flying
I got
through
you.
the path, yeah.
I got you.
Dionys, go ahead and roll some percentile dice for me.
And yeah, hopefully we do better than last time.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Not that it'll be that hard at that point. Sheesh. So that is going to be a 21.
21.
Oh, shit.
Again, anything less than a 90
Nice.
at that point.
You kind of focus in communing with nature itself. You kind of watch as Dionys, you take your staff in front of you, and kind of like a dowsing rod, your cactus needles all kind of stand up on their like skins or hair standing up on its on your neck, and then they all point to a point about since about 3 miles east of you, you would be able to find mistletoe.
Let us take a moment. Would it be disruptive if I received this mistletoe? About how long would it take us to go 3 miles, DM?
3 miles, you could make it there probably in 15 to 30 minutes.
Are we fucking running?
Yeah, that's fast.
Tell you what.
That's 5 minute mile.
Why don't you guys
Yeah.
take a nap here? Monty, if you don't mind us borrowing the horse for a minute, I'll take him and we can guide Dionys.
That's what I'm
That's where
talking
we
about.
need to
I'm
go.
talking about horse speed.
Horse speed.
Sure,
Fuck.
yeah.
Okay.
Speed.
That's actually great.
I would, if you want to go super fast, you could make it there in 15 to 30 minutes.
Fuck. Okay.
I was like, damn. I mean, granted, Dionys is a wood elf, but still, that's fast. It's
Yeah.
fucking monk dashing speed.
Can we short rest while they do that?
If you would like to, yes. Anybody staying behind would be capable of taking a short rest while the others go to find this mistletoe.
Cool. I'm gonna get a second level spell slot back then. And I'm gonna get my hit points back.
Don't mark it off just yet,
Okay.
just in case something happens. Who is all heading out to the mistletoe?
Dionys for sure. And then Vidya.
Vidya, just to make sure the spell stays up.
You would both be able to comfortably fit on one horse then.
Yes, this is.
And then through the
Would it
woods.
make that sound in the snow?
Hmm?
Nothing. I'm being a dick. I'm sorry.
It's on the ice. It would go on the ice.
Yeah.
It's not snow, it's ice. I know what I'm doing.
So the ice is the same direction
Wow.
as the mistletoe.
No.
I'm sorry. Look, please.
That's it. You're all dead. You're all gone.
Yeah.
No, you just hit the dirt pretty fast too.
hmm
As you go down into the east, about 20 minutes later, you come across the location of where this mistletoe bush would be. Hop off your horse, and you begin to kind of like look around for the specific bush. And as you find it, the bush is covered in ice. Frozen to a point of kind of frozen and drained of all life.
Would I still be able to use it for the spell?
You would need an actual sprig of mistletoe. Like all the leaves have kind of died out. This would not be compatible with the spell.
All right.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me though as well.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, this would immediately ring weird in your head because the spell should have found fresh mistletoe.
Mm-hmm.
So something happened between the casting of this spell and arriving at the bush.
Whoa. I'm gonna cast Divine Sense to try to find a celestial fiend or undead in the 60 feet range. It's not very much. Yeah, it's probably not gonna do anything.
There are no celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you.
And the hollow spell has not been casted. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We should return quickly.
Yeah.
As you begin to get up and get on your horse, you do see kind of north of you, opposite, not in the direction you came, not in the direction you were going, but just kind of out of the corner of your eye, Donis, you do catch, kind of look at it for a second, and there is another formed ice path, just in your view. You see one originate about 40 feet off the ground and travel into the woods.
40 feet off the ground?
Like 40 feet off of where you are, excuse me.
Okay.
Is where this ice forms and then shoots off.
Yeah. I'm gonna take some rope and tie what is it? I'm just gonna tie a rope around one of the trees so that we can mark where we've been, just in case.
Okay. Just some of your 50 feet of rope?
Yeah.
All right. So that'll cut probably about 5 feet off to make a tie around it.
Okay.
So eventually, you meet back up with the rest of your party. You are able to successfully complete your short rest. So you can go ahead and roll any hit dice you would like. Thomas, you can use your arcane recovery. And then Logan, I don't believe you get anything.
I don't think I get anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think your sorcery points were recharged there either.
So I'm talking to Monty. What was the design concept behind Buddy? What? Whenever you were kind of drafting him, the color palette, what were you thinking?
I didn't draft him.
Oh.
It was
what?
It was a friend of mine.
Who was it?
Old fucker named Satur.
That's cool. Wait, so is he is he an artist kind of?
He's a really good artificer.
I just mean look at this, and then I snap my fingers. Prestidigitation Buddy is just a dark green, nice and dark, kind of just shining. So you could do that.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really just feel like Buddy to me,
Well, this is buddy, like, okay, I'm excited to see you.
But he's kind of like he's buddy.
It's
That's what I like about
boring.
it.
Thomas, what do you think? Thomas?
You catch me with my hand in my robes. Logan, look away, look away, look away, look away, look away, look away.
What is it? What are you sticking up there?
What is it now?
You need to be stopped.
Oh my God. Where's my circlet? Oh, it's right here. I thought for a second,
I tried. Gerald's been flying around your head. Oh, I tried.
Dionysus, hey.
At this point, Dionysus and Nydia emerge back out of the woods.
Has everyone rested?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We should be on our way. Whatever it is we are dealing with is intelligent and is conspiring against us. The mistletoe was dead when I found it, frozen in ice.
Oh fuck.
Oh my
Which
gosh.
means that I will not be able to provide us with any nourishment. We will starve if we do not sufficiently complete the quest in time.
That means that whatever it is aware of our presence and aware of where we are.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're doing.
probably aware of what kind of magic we're using as well.
All right. Well, where do we even go from here?
North. Just like Provis said.
Indeed.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
We better get going fast, I guess.
So, are you continuing to follow the frozen path?
Yeah.
Yeah, we will go ahead since 2 people can fit on one of the horses. Dionysus will also transform into a war horse. So,
Hey, this is a dumb question. This is such a dumb question. Can I change the appearance?
Questions.
Can I change the appearance of my steed?
Sure.
Okay. Can I make a 3-person long horse instead of a 2-person long horse?
Can I make like one of those bikes?
Can I make like a limousine horse or a horsezine, if you will? Give it an extra set of legs in the middle just to be safe.
I was going to say
A horsepede, if you will.
yes, you can change the. I was gonna say you can change the appearance because it's not like a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
However, a war horse, which is what the spell states is what you were able to create, can
Okay.
only seat 2 comfortably. You could. I'm not gonna say you can elongate the horse because that would go outside of the bounds of the spell.
Would be too cool.
However, you could.
Yours too fast.
You could try to fit 3 people on your steed. It just might slow it down.
Dionysus has got us.
yeah, there's no need for that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Just wanna
One
make sure.
thing to consider. Buddy is not gonna fit on no horse of ours.
We do have a middleman.
How hard
Buddy
can you
take the
carry
dash
stuff?
action.
Wait a
He
minute.
sure can, and he's faster than most of us, I think. He's got 40-foot movement speed. Still probably won't be as fast as a horse, but
Buddy could be running and keep up with a horse's casual gait.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, let's do that.
Wait, how okay. Again, another dumb question.
Mm-hmm.
My horse has a strength of 18. Could it comfortably run while dragging Buddy on the ice behind us?
That would again be like hoisting 3 people. It would require a strength check. And also, Buddy is heavier than most people.
Yeah.
Buddy weighs like 700 pounds. Like
Fuck.
He is a metal man.
I just use him as a sled at that point. Jesus.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Okay. Dionysus, how long does your wild shape last for an hour, correct?
Yes, and will continue to use it as needed.
Okay. An hour down the line,
Okay.
the path still going far out in front of you. The sun has begun its descent into night. Another hour down the line. The path still shows no sign of leading anywhere. The bounds and bends getting more and more unplanned, as it seems. Like, just you can't tell. Like, you would think maybe we could get off this path, but the path itself is so erratic that you wouldn't even begin to think of what direction it could be taking you in. Another hour down the line. Dionysus, after 3 hours, is your wild shape still up?
No, I only get 2 uses of it,
Okay.
so then it would fade.
Another hour down the line. You begin to feel that cold nip slow you down a little bit as night is almost fully come. At this point, continuing on for more and more hours into the night could risk exhaustion.
There is no need for that.
Yeah.
How far away are we from Mosetta at this point?
Make a survival check. Or, survival or nature, if you're with using the map.
I'll make a nature. It's going to be a disadvantage, though.
Yes.
Dionysus will cast guidance, so you'll get a 1d4.
And a D4 to that.
Can we try to hunt too? Like, I know everything's dead, but
That's going to be with guidance. That'll be a 16.
Okay. Interesting point, Thomas. You have seen no wildlife.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
uh-oh. Look at Gerald like Homer Simpson looking at a donut.
What is it again?
A 16.
A 16. This path is weird. It's been hard to fully map out. You don't think you're too far from Mosetta, but you don't have a good understanding of exactly where you are. Again, the way this path is laid out, and especially with how hard it's been, how long this day has been, with the cold and the lack of food, it is getting harder and harder to keep track of how far all these bins have gone, especially with none of you being specifically invested in cartography.
Would it be the smart play to maybe camp out here? Do we think that's too big of a risk?
Well, maybe a few couple 100 feet off the trail, but not like right next to it.
Hayden, are we in an area where it's covered in snow?
No. The cold has not gone, but the only winter-like thing has been this icy path.
Let us step off of the path, as Vidya said, and we will rest for the night. In the morning, let us try to reorient ourselves. Perhaps it would be best simply to go north along no path, but simply north.
I agree.
Yes.
I've never gone this long without food.
Let's do it.
Cool. Then I guess we'll set up camp, and I will certainly be casting alarm.
Yeah. I'm going to offer to set another alarm alongside you if you need like a second layer, because I get that as a cantrip, I think.
So how do you offer that, Vidya?
I see you're setting an alarm spell there. Is that true?
Yeah. I mean, this I guess is not there's definitely magic involved, but it's more of like a little gizmo.
Oh, that's cute. Can I see? I'm so sorry for calling your gizmo cute. If you want another one, we call it, redundancy. If you want some more redundancy in your alarm, I've had to sleep in a few less than savory places before. I can certainly set one up for you.
We could just cover more area this way.
Would it be a better idea to set one around the camp or set one up and down the road we were just on?
Well, we've got two, so we can do both.
Okay.
If you want, I can alarm the camp, and then you can cover the road.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Cool.
Okay. Easy enough.
Also, Monty would save the group. And I know Buddy usually handles the watches, and he will certainly still be up and vigilant and all that. But do we want to maybe take shifts with him, given how kind of precarious things have been out here?
That's probably a good idea. Yeah.
Sure.
Why don't... If we can
I'll go
get
first.
both of you, we will do 2 watches of 2 hours, and I can manage the rest on my own. Will that be all right?
Sure.
Excellent.
Yes.
One
is okay.
question. How far off the path did you go? Did you go out of... do you still have sight on the path, or are you fully out of sight of the path?
Definitely side of the path, right?
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right. Who is taking first watch?
Logan.
Logan.
Why don't we do 2 people to a watch?
You have Buddy as
Okay.
well with you. Unless you
And
I'll go with
Gloom
Logan.
of the with Hearth of the Gloam Court.
Mhm.
You're going to have advantage on.
I thought it was +5 to perception checks to spot creatures.
Let me check that. Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow. Yeah, it is +5 to Wisdom and Perception. Thank you.
If the 2 people who already got a short rest could go ahead and go first, so me and Dionys can already just get some spell slots back at the very least. That'd be good.
I was gonna say I can go with Logan.
Okay.
So yes, Dionys and if either Dionys and Vidya, if either of you need a short rest for any particular reason, you can take that while they take their watch. But I don't believe either of y'all's spell slots recharge on the short rest.
Oh damn.
No. And Dionys is just going to go ahead and enter trance instead.
Okay.
Okay. So either both of you make perception checks, or one of you make it with advantage.
You wanna do it?
The best would probably be, I don't know how your perception is, but Buddy with Dionys's thing would have a +11.
Let's do that.
That's still not bad. It's 17.
Okay. Anything specific you guys are doing on your watch? As you are sitting
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So Logan's gonna say, this sucks. Right?
Yeah. You mean like all the people dying and the...
Oh yeah, totally.
You're not talking about that?
I'm starving.
Oh, yeah. No, that does suck.
Can I ask you something stupid?
What's up?
So you know how I talked to everyone in the tower, and that was so cool. It's just it's like whenever you're, and my parents were always like, you gotta be the heir of fortune, it's a whole thing, and it's just, I don't know, I don't know how to be cool like I was at the tower, And I know that you're like you don't really wear like the nicest clothes, and Buddy's kind of weird looking, and that like you're kind of aloof and don't have like a lot of friends. But like,
Yeah,
how
I
do
get
you
it. I get it.
how do you like how do you manage to like how do you manage to like be like so like all the time, like
I don't entirely know that I do know, but my best guess is, I don't know, man. I spent a lot of time living in. I used to be. I don't know if we've talked about this. I used to be very rich. My dad is like a fucking crazy. It's a whole thing, but after that, I left Bulwark and came kind of keeping a low profile. So I got a lot more used to like the low life, and I kind of stopped giving a shit what anybody thought about me. You get used to getting weird looks when you've got a 7-foot tall guy with an anvil for a head following you around.
So your dad, did he do trade? Like
No.
my dad like does trade and stuff. Was he
No,
like an
he
inventor?
was,
Like what did he do?
He was basically like a warmongering piece of shit guy.
Yeah. But what did he like do?
No, yeah, war. It was like he killed things. He killed all these big monsters.
Okay, but like war is not like real. Like it's not like a thing. Like it's not a job. Like what did he do?
He was a soldier. He was a military leader.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wait, that's what. Wait, so he like went and fought like in a war?
War is a loose. It's, you know what the Underdark is? Gateway of the Damned up north.
What I know about that?
Make a
Well, I
history
guess-
check.
Yeah.
I love how casual. Gateway of the Damned up north.
I love how Logan is getting the most
Yeah.
deep dive into Monty's backstory. Out
Yeah.
of everybody.
Everybody else got a very emotional
Yeah.
dump. And
Well, yeah, but you haven't mentioned Bulwark to anybody else,
Yeah.
Oh, really?
or
Yeah.
the Gateway of the Damned, or what your father's done.
You haven't mentioned any of that. The only thing you've mentioned is Sanaki.
Also, like
I talked about this when I
You've talked about Sanaki
Ugo.
and the ley line. That the ley line is there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That's all you've given the rest of us.
Everybody else
I got a
should
9.
still think you are born and raised in Ravon.
9 in history, so I don't think I.
Okay,
No.
so here's what you know. You know of the Gateway of the Damned.
Mhm.
It is kind of like it's a big thing in the north. It is the Kingdom of All. There is something called the Gateway of the Damned, and past it is the Kingdom of the Damned. But that's really all you know is like those titles.
Mhm.
Because
I really like Boon at the Damned.
Hmm?
Sorry, that was a bad joke.
I didn't even hear it.
It's just a large landmark, kind of
Yeah.
like Statue of Liberty or like Mount Rushmore. Like you haven't been there and you don't know that much about it, but you do
Yeah.
know its name.
Okay.
But you don't.
Statue of Liberty if there are more demons. Mount Rushmore if there are less demons.
Wait, so you used to be rich?
Yeah, I mean, I was the son of the most powerful man in that whole section of the map, basically.
I bet you cannot wait to get back there.
No, I never want to go back ever.
Come on. Like, come on.
I don't need all that stuff. And I mean, I judging from your kind of vibe, I assumed that you really like dug being the guy, being the heir. It was not a good experience for me. Everybody expected me to be a fucking war guy, and I'm really not. I mean, when I started fucking around with what I do now, when I started tinkering, I mean, that was a huge disappointment to my father until he realized he could exploit it for shit. So no, I don't want to go back, and I don't really care if I'm rich again. I mean, we got like 500 fucking gold each from the spring fling. I know you weren't there for that, but like that is not chump change. I could live a comfortable life if I wanted to.
That's pretty good, yeah. Well, my dad's a jerk too, so at least we both have that. So,
was he a jerk before he tried to kill you?
We should just go to sleep.
What? I mean, we're just gonna do my stuff.
Well, he actually wasn't a jerk. Not really. I mean, not to me, to everyone else. Yeah, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to tell the truth. You're supposed to tell the truth to your family, and then whenever you talk to people who aren't your family, then you can lie to them. And that's what you're supposed to do. And then you don't lie to your family. And if it turns out you have been lying to your family this whole time, then that is something else entirely. And I wish I was cool. I had like a cool big like best friend who was like walking around like with a bunch of fists and like it looked like a big oven walking around. But I'm not, you know. But at least I have money and I have my clothes. Why are you talking so much? Let's go to sleep right now.
I think you're pretty cool, Logan.
Thank you.
I mean, to be fair, I've just had more experience like getting to go out and be cool. But
Yeah,
you're picking up
old.
pretty quick on it.
How old are you?
21.
Really?
Had a hard life.
I don't want to look like you when I'm 21.
I'm a very tired man all the time.
Yeah. I have one last question. Not because this is going to sound weird. It's just me asking fun personal questions. Are you married?
Married? No.
Do you want to be married? Not to me. Is there someone back home? Is there someone back home that I'm just curious. You're looking at me weird now. Ugh.
I don't think so. I mean, especially not back home. I think I've pretty much burned those bridges.
As you're having this conversation,
Mm-hmm.
Buddy kind of calls your attention a little bit, just mentally, back and forth, just kind of gets your attention as you look towards the icy road. And you see it melting. Just slowly, over the course of like 30 seconds, it goes from this sheet of ice to just this damp, muddy ground.
Yeah. There was someone back at home who I really liked, but it was kind of
There's
like really a big thing.
the road.
Doesn't really to me.
Hey Logan.
What?
The road.
What? There's no road. What road? I don't.
The ice.
Oh. I'll go run and I'll go look at it. And I'll see if it's disappearing.
Okay. You run up to where the edge of that road area, looking down back and forth at the edge of this mud. Seems like the entire road has melted. All you can see in either direction where the road once was is just muddy ground.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
I guess it's not ideal that it's not there anymore, but I mean, we're planning tomorrow to head north anyway.
Yeah.
Straight north, so it's not a huge setback.
Okay. Yeah. I'm really tired. I'm probably just gonna go to sleep.
Okay.
As your watch comes to a close, we begin to transfer out. Thomas and Vidya taking the next watch. Let me get a wisdom saving throw from you, Monty.
Yes, sir. This is not at disadvantage, right?
Correct. You do not have 3 levels of exhaustion yet.
Cool.
Would you also get my +3 from being in my vicinity?
Sure.
Cool.
Sure.
With a +3, then that'll be a 21.
Okay. Close your eyes, and for a moment, you just kind of, you see your party, your friends, on the edge of that same elongated sword, and your body starts to just kind of react to it, trying to wake yourself up. That sense of like danger as you kind of just try to breathe through it, and just slowing your breath after your eyes had closed. Eventually, the exhaustion of your body beats out that fight or flight going on in your mouth, and then darkness. And you are able to rest for the night. Thomas and Vidya, what are you doing during this watch? I need one of you to, you can either give Buddy advantage on a perception check, or one of you can make a perception check with advantage.
I mean, I think we should give it to Buddy. I mean,
Yeah.
+11 with advantage. Come on.
Yeah.
So perception check from Buddy, please.
Yeah. That'll be a 28.
All right. Buddy doesn't seem to see anything at the moment. 2 of you, what are you doing on your rest, your watch?
What's up?
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like so.
It's
Uh-huh.
cool. Well, this sucks.
Are you talking about like all the people dying?
Yeah.
And stuff?
What
Okay.
kind
Well, I'm hungry.
no,
That's what I
no.
thought.
You're cooler than shit.
Whoa.
That's not what I meant.
Don't use words like that lightly. You better mean it if you say that, young man. How you doing, though?
Man.
Yeah, Vidya is a woman. I just not been using a character voice for her recently. It's all good. What kind of person do you think this is gonna be? Like an Ice King, Ice Queen kind of thing, where I got the sniffles. I'm sorry.
It is cold.
It is so fucking cold. Do you think it's like you guys fought a Fire King?
Yeah.
Now, do you think you're gonna fight an Ice Queen, and then a Dirt Prince, and then a Water Princess? Wouldn't that be cute? There's a whole fire family going on.
That would actually be like
That'd be dope
super-
as shit.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We'd like take down all the elements one by one, become the masters of the universe.
Yeah. Bet we go underwater, find the Water Princess. That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool.
So, you got magic powers?
You tell me, and I'm gonna
I'm gonna do prestidigitation and just do as much crazy fireworks as I can. Just go and absolutely live it.
All right.
Wake up everybody at the camp, please.
Are they just visual or are they auditory as well? Because I believe with
They're
prestidigitation,
just-
you can do both, but auditory
I'm just gonna
might wake up your friends.
I'm just doing visual.
Okay.
Being like, yeah, you do magic, of course. You're quite a
Yeah.
fighter as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you see, I alluded to it yesterday, but I have a background in a lot of things. Mostly, I used to call myself an archaeologist, although that phrase has kind of been bastardized by my recent tomb raiding is what it would be called nowadays.
Okay.
But I mean, you're from all those high class fancy wizards up at the Archibald Castle. Where do y'all live?
We just kind of all live at the Academy of the Arcane Arts,
Mhm.
and it's basically just a big old family. We have like our own quarters, as it were. The more established Archibalds have their own little buildings on campus, but I just kind of grew up in school. I was a shithead, but I'm interested in I didn't know you were an archaeologist or a tomb raider. Why did you raid tombs? Are you like into history?
Well,
like
most of the time, I probably sold some stuff to Alamanas before. You find a decent chunk of gold or two, and you hype it up, say like this was related to some ancient god or goddess or whatever, and sell it for a pretty penny. Sometimes you meet some monsters. Sometimes you meet some real fiends, and that's why I'm so jacked. You see these fucking muscles right here? I'm 4 foot a woman, and I'm 25% just beef right here.
you're fucking cut.
More than 25, like 50%, but you get the idea.
Yeah, you're jacked as shit.
Look at these abs that I just pull up my shirt.
You kind of rule, Vidya.
Yeah, don't mind all the scars. It's from a lot of work.
So you are a super jacked magical warrior who raided tombs and sold them to rich people under the guise that they were more important than they were? Because that means you're the coolest person ever, right? So, like, welcome to the crew, Vidya.
It's a little less than noble than that. I've learned my ways. I really do want to say so, but a lot of them should have gone in a museum. Some Indiana Jones shit. Okay,
You're like reverse Indiana Jones. You're the bad guy.
yeah, I'm the bad guy in an Indiana Jones movie.
In the beginning of the first one, you're
not a Nazi.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank God.
Have this nice conversation, unless there's anything specific you would like to do before your watch concludes. Buddy doesn't notice anything. You all, of course, I'm pretty sure attention would have been called to it during watch change. The road has itself been melted. Usually, Dionys, your watch comes. Would you like to make the check, or would you like Buddy to make the check?
If I let Buddy do the check, does he do it with advantage?
Both of you would do it with advantage.
I'll do the check because I get a plus 12.
Oh.
Ooh.
Slightly more than Buddy's. Good thing it's with advantage. All right, so that'll be a 28.
Jeez. You guys and your...
What is this? What is this, Pathfinder?
Yeah, I know. You guys are constantly... I'm always, like, setting DCs to, like, 25, because those are, like, the very hard, and you always bust my 25s. I'm always like, this will be 25, so maybe if they roll it, they'll get this really cool piece of information, and you guys are always busting my 25s. Your watch goes by without a hitch. You notice at one point, small noise as you are kind of on the south side of the camp, just kind of making your circles, you notice a noise coming from the northern side of camp. You kind of turn around just in time. This is about your 3rd hour of watch. Just in time to see a new ice path has come up. This one heading north.
Directly north?
For a while. It still bends and curves around trees and stuff.
Well, that ought to be an invitation as much as any. Dionysus is going to sit behind, kind of like her back to.
Rest of your watch goes by pretty easily till everybody is awoken.
Okay.
Seeing this new path. Need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please, as you go into your 2nd day of no food.
That's a 21 from Vidya.
Natural 20.
Right, that's a pass. That's a pass.
21 from Monty.
That's a pass for Monty.
It's like
Go
6
ahead
in a row from you.
You can mark off 1 level of exhaustion. You are now down to 1, Monty.
Cool.
Because you completed a long rest.
Fuck
Thomas.
yeah.
Got a natural 1.
Okay. And Logan?
I got a 9.
9. Thomas and Logan.
Uh-oh.
It's been a while since you've gone over 24 hours without a meal. And you feel your stomach grumbling, and you feel the lethargy of your body kind of in there as you begin to get up for the day. You each gain a point of exhaustion. Means you have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense for Logan.
Mm-hmm.
This would happen to him. Yeah, fully.
Yeah, I'm quite old. I mean, we were both the people who were talking about how it sucked, how hungry we were, so I think it'll be fitting.
I mean, yeah, it totally makes sense for characters. You've got a spoiled rich kid, and you've got an old
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah. And then the 3, adventurers who are, used to this sort of thing, unfazed. Yeah.
Yeah. One is going to eat the other before this day is done.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do not joke. That is too close to Provis's vision.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay. Good thing I hid lemon pepper in my asshole.
Oh, wait.
Vidya is just going to start, examining her
Hold
digits
up,
to
hold
see
up,
what
hold
she
up,
can
hold
lose.
up,
I'm
hold
sorry.
up. Monty, what's wait?
I guess Dionysus just hit, or Colin just hit this on the head. But Provis was talking about an icy road that we were talking on, or walking on when this all happened.
Oh.
I just made that connection.
What was the full thing? It was an icy road.
Would you like me to send the full thing in the Discord?
We
Yeah,
just
that'd be
start
great.
fucking knifing each other, man.
And then you had that nightmare where I murder the whole. Damn. Logan
That's
is
just the prison of my mind, though.
That's true.
Monty's nightmare was him murdering the whole party. If you remember correctly.
Yeah.
Was Monty murdering the whole party?
Yeah. So a reminder of what Monty's nightmare was.
Yeah.
He was by himself in the body of a one-armed man. Looking up, he saw a tiefling figure step out of the shadows, which was him. He reached the sword and stabbed it through his own chest, the body he was in's chest. And then he blinked. He was in that body now. It was not the one-armed man and the sword, but it was instead Logan, and in the middle of the sword, stabbed through. And then it looked to the side to see an elongated sword with the entire party skewered on it.
Okay, so he killed Logan and the whole party.
Yes.
The Logan was in the front. I thought it was reverse. Oh wow!
Okay.
I've this whole time. Okay.
Sorry,
No,
that must.
No, you're so good. No, I just totally misheard it.
Okay.
Logan's been very excited for the opportunity to betray the party.
To murder
Yeah.
people.
I just sent it in our Discord. We can also put that whole little text block on Twitter if anybody would like to see the prophecy.
I'll do it right now.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah.
All right. So the sun rises, the chill in the air. What are you doing for the day?
So, I mean, it looks like we.
Episode.
What's up?
Sorry, I was again being a beach episode.
That was a
It's
perfect.
definitely a
Gotta go to a
beach
frozen
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the beach episode of any anime where they need they're like, oh man, we don't have time to animate the next action scene. Let's do a beach episode.
Yep, definitely.
Anyway, continue, Monty.
I mean, it looks like we've just been given a formal invitation here.
Yes.
I was about to say something about this path feels more intentional than a normal road. Like
Yeah.
it's designed to fuck with us.
Well,
in
I
one
mean,
way.
we were talking about going north, and it showed up leading. So the question for the DM: so the path leads north. Does it just like start at where we are?
Starts about 40 feet off from your camp,
But
Okay.
like directly north from us.
directly north.
All right.
Damn.
Well, there we go.
I guess let's just be ready for a fight then.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I do not believe that it would be prudent of us to travel directly on the path. Let us go beside it, but continue straight north as much as possible. At least unless there is something obvious, perhaps, that we should investigate. Otherwise, let us consider the path to be irrelevant.
Okay.
I like it.
And you know, just to be safe, let's mark a few trees as we go past. Every 100 feet, just add a tree, and just make a big X in it.
Sounds
Vidia's
good.
Southern now. She was going for like a flapper accent last session, but now it's just Southern.
It's okay.
Okay,
Vidya,
I kind of like it.
Vidya just took a solid head hit during the last fight and everything. Okay.
I like it.
So you begin to follow parallel to the road, correct? It begins to bend and curve off into different directions, coming back at some points, intersecting your path at some points, just kind of still heading north, but in this really jagged, crazy direction. You travel for a couple hours. Then I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
All right.
And me and Thomas will be at disadvantage,
No,
right? Or
that is just for ability
Gotcha.
checks.
just for ability checks.
Just
Gotcha.
for ability checks, which is any like thing like an investigation or deception.
Investigation, yeah, perception, yeah.
It's 11 for Vidia.
Do we get that +3
Yes,
or
you
I don't
get
know?
Vidia's +3 because you are traveling clumped up enough to do so,
That's a dirty 23.
Ooh.
Damn.
as opposed to a nat.
So a nat 20? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I have a special die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that explains a lot.
Incredibly lucky.
Oh yeah.
It's an 8 for Monty.
I rolled an 8, but with the +3, I have an 11.
Does Buddy need to make one?
Yeah, let's go ahead and have him make one.
Get an automaton, be wise.
Buddy gets a 21.
Does Buddy dream of fantasy sheep?
Well, good question. Does he dream?
And then Dionys, what is your save?
13.
13. Okay, so Video, what was your save?
11.
All right, so. All right. You begin to travel, all of you. Logan, you stay pretty certain that you're on the right path. Everybody else, you begin to have this sinking feeling in your chest. Just what? What? Did I
Nothing,
say something?
dude.
Why are you laughing so much?
Sorry. Every time it happens, immediately Alex and
What?
A misspeak perpetuated from your lips.
Did I say
Hayden.
situated again?
No, you said shirtin. You make shirtin.
You remain pretty certain you are walking on the right path.
It's really not funny, you guys. You're really not funny. Really not funny.
Shut up, Max.
Wow, the one person who was on your side.
Yeah, wait, actually it is funny.
Okay, all right.
Everybody dies.
Everybody else, you begin to have this sinking feeling in your chest. You certain somewhere along this, you turned, you moved somewhere. You're not going north anymore, and you're all sure of it.
Are we still adjacent to the road?
For the most part, with its curves and bends and intersections, but you're not going north anymore.
Let us return to Mozetta. There is... I am not certain of our path.
Dionysus, you say that, you begin to think you don't know what direction Mozetta's in.
No.
Who has the map? Who has the map?
I would assume Monty would carry the map, but that's just Alex. I don't know if that's actually accurate.
You don't need to see the map. We're going in the right direction. I just trust me. We're following the road the whole time. It hasn't really wavered. We're good.
Oh, but naturally you know the right direction.
So hey, Hayden, I'm like putting a little X in like a tree every like 100 feet or whatever. Have I seen more of them that have already marked at this point?
Nope.
I'm with Dionysus. I think we took a wrong turn somewhere.
No, we're good. We can just keep going on the same straight path. And if it helps, we can go the other way of the road, find the camp again, and if we want to go back, go straight again, if that'll help you guys. But I'm pretty sure that we're good.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty solid.
My problem is whatever, and I shout out into the canopy of trees. Fucked up wizard man is doing this. There's I have no doubt that he's gonna make it, or they, or she, whatever, is gonna make it harder for us to get back to Mozetta, if at all, until we find them.
Am I getting anything from Buddy?
I made him make the save. Buddy is not... He follows your commands. He's not sentient in that sense, so he shouldn't have been the one making the save.
Okay.
Does any of us among us have a compass? I suppose that's really more a question for the DM. DM,
do any of you have a compass in your supplies?
Not that I would have. I have an explorer's
compass in 5e.
I believe a compass is included in Navigator's tools, which I don't believe any of you have.
Right.
Well, if we have the map, let's just chill for a couple minutes, see where the sun's moving. Because unless it's midday, we could still find its direction, right? Right.
Oh yeah, right. I'm with you there at least.
And then we could use that to get our bearings.
Okay.
Watch me roll the worst survival check. Oh God.
You go begin to look up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sky video. You kind of take the map and you look up, and you're not. Does the sun rise in the east, set in the west, rise in the west, set in the, rise in the north, set in the south? Something in your brain, you just cannot connect where the sun should be in accordance to direction.
Hey y'all, where should the sun be?
In the
what time is it? How long have we been awake?
You're not even certain of that.
Let me just look at my fantasy Rolex. Oh, I left it at home. Fuck.
Logan, you're still pretty certain it's only been maybe 4 hours since you woke up and got on the road, and
You guys are just letting it get to you. You're exhausted. We all are. Let's just keep going straight. I will lead us. We should keep going straight. We are fine. Just follow me. Do you trust me?
I trust you.
Thomas, trust me.
Man.
All right. And I'll start to lead the group, I suppose.
Dionysus is going to be following behind and is going to be constantly casting guidance under her breath.
okay. On who?
On oh my goodness. I have completely forgotten your character's name, Max.
On Logan.
Logan.
Okay, thank you.
You're good. No, I do it a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
That's funny.
Logan, go ahead and make a survival check, please.
All right.
This one
And
is
guidance.
just a straight survival check because nobody here is capable of helping you. Add
okay.
a D4.
Could Buddy help him?
Buddy is not sentient. Buddy follows your commands.
And I really hate to do
we
this,
might
but
need to look that up after session, but just for the ease of not trying to slow down and look in books and stuff, if that's
Okay.
all right with you.
Can I add bless to it at all?
If you would like to cast Bless,
Yeah.
and who are you blessing?
Just Logan. Logan, and if anyone else is making a survival check. But I don't know if anyone else is.
Bless, remember that is a spell that lasts for a certain amount of time.
Okay.
and I don't want to be like that asshole, but I'm exhausted, right? So I have to do it at the disadvantage.
Yes, this is at disadvantage. Thank you for reminding
All right.
me.
Yeah.
So you add 2d4 to this.
Okay.
One from guidance, one from bless. And go ahead and mark off that spell slot video.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's 14 total. Wait, 15 total
Okay.
after
Not
everything.
bad.
You did make
Not
your
bad at
way
all.
through a
I
little
rolled
over
2
midday.
4s on the D4.
Nice.
You've been heading
Yeah.
north. A little over midday. I need everybody to make a second wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh God.
Hey.
24.
I have.
At this point in the day, the path is kind of curved off for about the last 5 minutes. You haven't seen the path.
All right. I got a nat 20 on that one, so a dirty 21.
Okay.
So.
Got a dirty 20.
Okay.
I joined the 21 club.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
21,
I was
24.
due for a good roll.
24, and then Monty.
16.
Okay. Monty,
Respectable.
you were still a little bit uncertain of the path you're on. However, the rest of you seem to have come out of whatever morning funk you were in, partially inspired by Logan's confidence.
Yeah.
You begin to continue on. As you're heading north,
Becoming a leader.
Logan, you're following, and then coming into the view between the trees, another frozen path. This one straight north, about 3 times the size of the last path you were on. Just kind of appears coming out of the trees in front of you.
I'm getting really tired of this. That's in character. Do we just keep going forward?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
Let's
we
go.
have to.
Yeah, let's go. We do.
You need to trek forward on the icy path, going down and down for another 2 or so hours. This day
Wow.
has just kept going on and on and on. To eventually, You notice in front of you white dusting on the ground. Trees are starting to shift in color, going into more fall tones until you continue down, and now snow is across the thing. There are broken down trees, most others covered in snow, empty of leaves, as you begin to make your way back into this reminiscent of the way Mosetta was, thick, snowed area. As you push more and more, you finally push through this large, clearing area to where you see this massive structure in front of you. What looks like an explosion of ice. This conic building pushing out from the ground. These large pieces of ice splintering off all the way up as it just almost grows out of the ground like a chisel slammed into the ground, made fully of ice.
Does it look like somebody had a very rewarding and impactful musical number right here about letting go of their preconceptions?
Yeah, I was gonna ask
Not
Hayden.
in the
Superman
slightest.
doesn't exist
Okay.
in this universe.
I was thinking Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's not
Cool.
like a... It's weird in the fact that it seems like purposefully constructed, but it is not it is not a piece of architecture. It's not reminiscent of a castle or anything. The only thing that is reminiscent of city-born architecture is this large staircase leading up to this landing where these two frozen massive double doors are. The rest of it just looks like a pike splintered out from the ground.
Vidya points to it and says, "Now I've explored enough dungeons to understand that that's a fucking boss fight." And
In the front of it, in the front between there are these two large, curving down staircases that come off of either side of this landing. And laying at the center is a massive, fully decomposed skeleton with this massive horned helmet on it. And an ice made of axe. An axe. Fuck!
I'm so sorry.
An axe made of ice embedded in that center of the rib cage, just kind of sprawled out, leaned against the landing.
It's just a skeleton, right? There's
Just a
nothing.
skeleton.
I mean,
Caution.
yeah, I guess we
Keep
like
going.
destination.
Yeah.
We have.
Uh,
So as you get within about 30 feet of these double doors,
I am so
maybe
casting.
about 40 feet of the staircase starting. You're casting what?
Divine sense.
Divine Sense.
Yeah.
What is the range on that?
60.
60 feet? You kind of close your eyes and open, a little green shimmer going over your eyes for a moment until you notice this large skeleton is in fact an undead. He didn't need to tell you. She didn't need to tell you that. As you see an icy white glow
Ugh.
emanate from the eye sockets as snapping, the bones begin to put themselves back into this place. The skeletal hand reaching up, pulling the axe out of its own chest, standing up, and it gives this motion like it wants to roar, but all you hear is just the bones thawing as you see it now holds this large ice axe in one hand, and its other hand is just beginning to solidify with this icy magic surrounding it. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Okay.
Woo.
I'm roll, and I will be right
Yeah.
back. That's a 16 for Vidya. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let me get everything up and grooving.
I did not have roll 20 prepared.
I'm gonna do the same as Brett.
Yeah, wonderful. It'll take me a second to get everything set up, so no worries.
I'm excited.
This is not what they're saying. Everybody at home. I am out of my normal process. All right.
Ooh, boy. Here we go.
snap.
Oh, and I see some blacked out stuff.
Okay.
Dungeon.
Yes. That is what you're seeing. What you're seeing right there, blacked out, is in fact the interior of this jagged building.
Mhm.
Cool.
Oh, so this is a giant skeleton, or at least like a large.
Oh,
Large
it's a definitely a huge, like a monstrosity of a skeleton.
Cool.
You're not exactly certain what created this, but it is something, or what this body is, but it is massive, humanoid and massive.
It's something. Thank you for that description, Hayden.
You're welcome. Sorry, I'm trying to do this description while setting up combat.
Yeah, I don't like this thing.
All right.
Scary.
I'll be the first to say it.
Everybody can go ahead and put their minis where they think that they would be as they approach this skeleton. Ooh. Bo, 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 bo. I'll be our own battle music.
We do a dubstep version of fantasy music for a battle theme.
Can I get anybody roll above a 25?
No.
Oh, anybody roll above a 20? Excuse me.
Yes.
Okay. What did you get?
21.
21.
Nice.
15 to 20.
I got a 19.
Yeah,
16. 16 for Vidya.
All right. Vidya got a 16. Alrighty. 10 to 15.
I got a 10.
Alrighty. And then that leaves Logan with a
9.
9.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty. All right. Top of initiative. If we're all ready,
Hell yeah.
this massive skeleton begins to charge towards you. Dionys, you are quick on your feet, ready for this.
All right. Dionys, taking some inspiration from Thomas in the last fight, is going to be casting Flaming Sphere.
Mm.
All right.
So she's
Yes.
going to take her staff and she's going to tap it on the ground, causing just a little thin line of fissures to crackle along the ground. And a little flower is going to blossom from that fissure right in front of the creature.
All right.
And like sort of, you know how plants will shoot forth pollen?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is how that sphere is going to form. That
Okay.
flower is going to basically explode with pollen that forms into the sphere of flame.
All righty. Where do you want this to be?
It is going to be right in front of him.
All righty.
Sorry, I know I keep giving you things that you have to make.
So I'm just trying to decide what I want our little concentration emblem to be. That'll be concentration.
Yes.
Okay, so we need to draw a little shape.
I'm excited to fuck up this castle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
All I need is a hairdryer and
Just
some time.
Right in front of him.
Yes.
Okay.
And then what she's going to do, I'm going to use my bonus action to move it to the left, up, around, and slam it into his back.
Ooh, boom. right there.
Yep,
So
perfect.
it spins around this like little like flower blossom kind of thing, spins around and slams into his back. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw, correct?
He does indeed.
All right, that is a 9.
All right, he fails.
All right.
So I roll. Ooh, let me look at that. 2d6.
2d6 damage.
That. Oh shit! 12.
Oh my gosh.
That's what we do.
Hell
here.
yeah.
Up. This Dionysus is just ready for this as this magic kind of hot flower spins around, just kind of burning all the bones as it spins around, and then finally slamming in to the back of this skeleton. You kind of hear it stumble forward a little bit as it grips its axe. All right, brings us. Is that it for you, Dionysus? You want to move anywhere?
Yeah, Dionysus will go ahead and take. I'm guessing these right here are trees.
Yes.
So Dionysus is going to step behind this tree.
Okay. That brings us to Monty.
Sure thing. So is this tree like blocking my way to
yes.
the guy?
It is currently, you would have to move around it to get to the guy.
I'm gonna go right here. I can't quite make out the squares. I assume that's within.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah, that's within 5 feet. Yeah, he's. Sorry, I know it's a little bit weird. Lines on this white background. If I had better ways to do it, I would.
And I'm gonna whip out persuasion and take 2 swings at him.
All right.
First one's gonna be a nat 1.
All right, that will not hit.
The second one is gonna be a 16.
A 16 does hit.
Cool. Then that will do 8 points of slashing damage.
8 points of slashing damage. All right. You kind of cut across these like frozen armor scraps that are still kind of hanging off of the bones. Kind of not really sure what you're trying to be striking at, but you do kind of, make a little dent in its bone.
And then Buddy, wham bam, we're closing them. Actually, could I be in fact as well right there?
Yes.
Cool. That's where we're gonna be, and Buddy's gonna take a swing at him as well. A force empowered rend. That is gonna be a 15 to hit.
A 15 does in fact hit.
Cool.
It's a big dude.
Mm-hmm. And that will be 12 points of force damage.
12 points of force damage. All right.
Sorry. Plus proficiency, so 13 points of force damage.
Nice.
All right. Buddy kind of comes up and boom, this like explosion comes out of his fist. That kind of, shakes the kneecap. Like the bones kind of shake and then readjust back into position. All right. Is that it for you?
That will be all.
All right. Vidya.
All right. Vidya is going to. Oh God, that's 25 feet of movement. Let's hope she can get there. Just barely. All right. Cool. So she's gonna dash up, not dash, but like run up to its side. And she's going to do some sword attacks. She's going to use Divine Smite.
You can wait until you have actually hit to declare Divine Smite. Divine Smite is something you do after you have successfully hit.
Okay. So, first hit, that's a 19.
A 19 hits.
Okay.
To Divine Smite that one?
Yes, that's another 19 after that. Just letting you know.
Are you Divine Smiting that one as well?
No, just the first one.
Okay.
Okay.
So that is, go ahead and expend a first level spell slot. Roll your regular damage and add 2d8.
Okay.
Nice.
For the first one, that's...
And just so you know, if you do ever crit and then Divine Smite, the Divine Smite dice are also doubled.
Okay. So that's 2d8, and it says plus 1d8 whenever under against undead.
For what ability?
Divine Smite.
Oh, hold up. Oh, is this just a feature of Divine Smite?
Yeah.
Yes. That should work then.
Okay. Sorry for making you look through the rules.
No. This is great.
Okay.
2d8. The damage increases by 1d8 if the target is undead or a fiend. This is in fact undead, so go ahead and it is your regular damage plus 3d8.
All right. So for the first hit, it's 9 plus 17. So that's 26 for my first hit.
Oh.
And then for the second, just an 8. Actually 11.
Classic 8.
So that's 37 in total from Vidya.
All right.
Got the big guns out today.
Vidya, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
All right. That's a 2 again.
Okay. You kind of run up, and you all watch as Vidya kind of comes up and swings down, and as you see these, around her fist, and then kind of going up the sword just a little bit, you see these, 6 wings kind of furl out from the hilt of her sword that then kind of focus back in and then cover the sword in this divine energy that slices down, and you watch as it cuts, and then there is the energy that follows after it, kind of cutting deeper, fully severing one of the ribs from this creature.
That's crazy.
And Dionys, you notice, just for a moment, out of one of Vidya's sleeves, this weird, long, pink, fleshy tendril peek out for just a moment and then come back in.
Noted. Thank you.
And then, she finishes her strike, bringing back up for a second hit.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's
that was the 9.
Yeah.
So
okay.
And this creature seems to stumble back for a moment, kind of looking around. Is that it for you, Vidya?
Yeah. I don't want to be greedy.
Now its turn. It is going to try to get away from this little clump. Going to move. Hold up. Sorry, give me just 1 second. I had something on the wrong layer.
How unprofessional, Hayden.
Come on, man.
Is going to move to there.
What?
I assume we're all gonna.
Actually, it is going to move to here because it can.
Oh, that fucker.
Opportunity.
Yes, you may opportunity attack if you would like to.
He knows who the casters are.
25 for Monty.
Monty hits.
20 for Buddy.
Okay. Buddy hits. Vidya, do you want to take an attack of opportunity? I cannot hear you.
It was an 8. Sorry.
Okay, that misses.
Yeah.
For Monty, that is going to be 13 points of magical slashy.
Alrighty.
And for Buddy, that will be 10 points of force damage.
Alrighty. As it gets away from you, you boom, both kind of take a good swing at it. As it runs over, stands over, and it has its axe in one hand as it raises it up. But instead, Dionys, you feel this intense cold come out as you see a tendril of cold energy shoot out from its other hand. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Alrighty then. Definitely not my expertise.
You do not have Vidya's +3, so this is just your regular Constitution saving throw.
All right then. I've got a 17.
17. That passes. Be very thankful that it does. As you feel like this intense cold kind of come over you for a second, enough that would like debilitate you, almost take you fully out of whatever was happening.
Oh,
here.
shit.
But then you just kind of, and you kind of feel that like magical same energy that you used in the flower to kind of push off that intense chill. As now there is a giant skeleton creature over you.
Dionysus is going to look at the skeleton, and then she's going to look at the pike. She is going to say, "You are so transparent."
Alrighty. Thomas, that brings us to your turn.
Quick questions. Do I have Micah's glaive as an arcane focus yet?
Yes, that can be your arcane focus. It is not a magic item, but you can use that as your focus if you would like.
Sick. All right.
I believe we already discussed you attuning to that.
Cool. Then I am going to just be like, well, shit's getting pretty hot out here. Am I in its range right now? Its attack range?
Yes, you are currently engaged with it.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna be like, it's getting a little hot in here despite how chilly it is. And I'm going to cast Blink.
Okay.
And I mean, that's the end of my turn, so can I go ahead and roll my...
Yep. Go ahead and roll the d20.
I hope I make it. Hey, I got a 13.
13,
awesome.
That blinks you out.
I disappear in a puff of fiery black and crimson flames.
What does Blink do? Where does it take you?
He goes to the ethereal plane.
You know that scene in Lord of the Rings where Frodo puts on the ring and he's invisible and everything's like all weird? That's kind of what I'm doing right now.
Is it warmer there?
Well, Hayden
Hayden, is it warmer there?
No, it is about the same temperature.
Fuck.
No!
You do see, you just kind of look around and it's almost like you're seeing through like everything is cast in like shades of gray. You can still see the area around you, but everything is kind of like gray and wispy as you are phased out. Thank you. I was about to put a little thingy on you.
I kind of liked this one, so I went with it. I hope that's okay.
All right, and so you are gone for this moment. Logan,
not forgotten.
It is your turn.
All right. Logan is really terrified, and in kind of his moment of panic, kind of not being able to control this a little bit, he kind of just grapples at his circlet, and his eyes go golden again, and he casts Psionic Blast, which from his circlet, like kind of like a corkscrew of purple and gold kind of spiraling magic winds out. He will cast it in a way that it does not get Dionysus because it's a cone. So yeah. So if any way I can hit the skeleton and not hit Dionysus, like focus it like right over there. But
yes, I believe we already discussed this spell, and I said
yes,
cool because this is UA, but I believe all right.
Yeah, he makes a Dex save.
Alrighty. Where did my die go? That's weird. All right, a Dexterity saving throw. That is a 5.
He fails.
Mm-hmm.
So now he takes 5d8
force damage.
Guy's seemingly bad Dex, but it could just be unlucky rolls so far.
He doesn't look very nimble to me.
He's a giant skeleton.
He just has to hop over his problems.
That is 18 force damage, and he also is knocked 20 feet backwards and is prone.
Okay.
Nice.
You take this like big swirling blast that comes out of your head as you kind of all watch as all of his bones just kind of fly out of, like, pulling out of their sockets and then, like, are pulled back in by the magic that forms him as he stumbles back, falling prone amongst the trees and the bushes. Is that he's gonna go he's way over there. I'm just gonna kind of throw him over in this direction, and he is prone.
Do you want me
the cone wouldn't send him straight down. It would send him kind of back at an angle.
Back over there anyway.
Because of the way the cone was.
Do I roll that d20 now?
Yes, please. You said 18 points of damage, correct?
18 points, and that's 16, so it's nothing.
16,
I will say I was rolling the d20 a few times just before to warm it up, and it got a 1 in those warm-ups, but I hadn't told you yet, so I didn't. Close.
All right. Dionys, it is your turn.
All right. Dionys will take a step forward, and then she will cast Thorn Whip.
Thorn Whip? All right. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Yeah, very basic. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
All right, and let's see. We're at 5th level, aren't we?
Yes, you are 6th level.
Oh, excellent. So that'll be 2d6 damage. All right, that'll be 3 damage total.
3 damage total.
Hey, all help.
It pulls him 10 feet forward, correct?
I can choose not to do that.
Okay. He's prone. That's a ranged spell attack, correct?
It is 30 feet, but it is a melee attack.
Oh, all right. Then you would actually go ahead and check for crit because you would make that advantage because he is prone.
Duly noted. So I will.
Hell yeah.
Nope.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
All right then. And then I will go ahead and use my bonus action to move the sphere
30 feet, correct?
Closer to him for me.
Let me go ahead and...
It's 30 feet.
Honest, it's going to move just beneath.
So is right there. Sorry. Right here is 30 feet, if that's all right with you.
Absolutely. And Dionys will move just beneath Buddy.
Okay. You can go ahead and move Dionys then.
Excellent. Thank you.
Alrighty.
I don't know why I told you that. I can move for myself.
All right. Monty.
Cool. You trying to run away from me? I'm going right there. This guy's a zombie, right?
You assume he's some sort of undead.
Let's try a Brandon Smite and get some radiant damage in there.
Alrighty.
Well, actually, did it look like Vidya's radiant damage did more than usual?
No.
Then never mind. I'll just let Buddy wail away.
Go ahead and roll it.
I'll take my first attack. That's going to be a 26.
26 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Sure thing. 7 the points of slashing.
That takes him out.
Oh.
Tell me how you finish him.
Woo!
Okay. I mean, he's just on the ground here.
Yeah, 30 points of radiant damage did quite a chunk to him, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I guess I just run up and sever where his skull meets his spine.
All right. Easy enough. You run up as it's trying to get back up, and you just kind of put your foot against one of the vertebrae, just between these two vertebrae, and you find a little bit of that mystical connection that runs it up like a spinal cord, and you just take persuasion and just bring it down, severing that magic, the light dissipating from its eye sockets as you now are out of combat. So in front of you, you see this massive pike, as this massive skeleton is just kind of laying on the floor, the ice starting to melt from its bones just a little bit.
Vidya goes in for that high five. Radiant damage. Oh my god. And just like, bring it up here. Ooh, radiant damage.
Yeah.
I go for a high five. Are you still on the ethereal plane?
Thomas Nightcrawler's in.
Yeah, can I blink into the high five?
Yeah.
Dibs.
Oh, that wasn't hard at all. That was nothing.
No,
Yeah.
that was I don't know. I'm assuming that that's just a taste of what we're gonna find in there. But
Yeah, I was so ready to use a moonbeam on that mofo. I'm so happy.
I was preparing for worse. I think we can take whatever's in here, if there's anything in here at all.
Yeah.
Let's
Hopefully
go.
some sort of treasure at the end. That'd be nice.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
That-
Vidya.
Yeah.
These gloves, I peeled these off of the Phoenix King's dead body.
Oh shit! I knew they
Yeah.
looked fashionable and oversized on you.
Yeah.
They have actually
Well,
they've shrunken down.
Oh
to
shit!
Actual size.
Wow,
Yes,
Attuned
yeah.
magic items scale to fit you.
that's cool as
Really
hell.
like this.
Do you want me to
Yeah.
high five them too? Do you want to high five as well? Is that's why you bring
Oh
this
no,
up?
because these let out some fire.
I bring my hand up
So-
anyways. That,
You
talk
don't
about the
want-
fire effect. It better burn. It better burn my hand. Go, come on.
All right,
You
Well, high
have
five.
to.
and then we'll do an unarmed strike with fire damage.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you want to ignite your hands? Because that is
Vidya-
something that you
Vid-
choose to do. Is you can.
Vidya
choose
told me to burn.
You're talking
her.
about the fire effect. It better burn.
You just take.
So, yeah, I'll
you
do
don't have
that.
to do an unarmed strike. You just high five. The point of connection is not long enough to really burn you. It's just a swift little thing.
Woo!
But it is warm. It's very warm. This heat is actually. This warmth is something you haven't felt in like 2 days.
Do that
Finally
again,
now,
actually.
For the first moment, as you ignite your gloves, it kind of clicks in your head that you could have been using these as warmth. And this kind of cool warmth washes over your body. And a lot of you who are close by feel that warmth for the first time in a few days.
so you
Wow.
can do that, right?
Cool. What?
You can just do that, right?
Yeah.
All right, now do that and roll on the ground a little bit and see if that'll melt us a path, just like
Okay,
a
but
straight path
I
of
can
dirt.
also do this, and then I just cast firebolt on the ground. Like, I can do that,
Snow.
and I can do this and that and that. I'll just do a bunch of firebolt.
Okay, now hug that wall for about an hour, and we can tunnel our way in there.
I could even do a fireball.
Yeah,
on
you're a
this building.
genius. You're a genius, Vidya.
I've burned
Let's go.
I've tunneled my
I
way
walk.
through a few dungeons before. I know what I'm doing.
I'll walk up these stairs.
Okay.
So
So these
while
ice
this conversation-
stairs. What's up?
I was going to say, while this conversation is happening, Dionysus is going to drop concentration on the flaming sphere. So, like, kind of the petals of the flower
Mhm.
just peel off until there's nothing left, kind of dissolving into ash in the process.
Vidya's gonna try to grab a few, like,
They
to put in her
dissipate,
hair.
And eventually, as they dissipate into ash, the ash dissipates into nothingness.
And
she's just holding a hand of ash and flowers as they fade away.
Dionysus is going to start to climb the stairs on the opposite side.
All right.
of Loki.
All right.
Mr. DM. So say for example, I was planning on switching one of my infusions this morning, but I didn't remember to say that.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm changing out my Rod of Detect Magic for resistant armor, which I will have resist cold damage.
All right.
Mr. DM, I was also thinking about changing my character to a fire genasi. I was wondering if that's okay for right now.
Just right now, for today.
So, you guys try? You said you climbed up? You see these large ice double doors in front of you?
And I turn to Dionys. Do we knock, or should we actually try to be respectful, or do you think it's just?
They earned our respect.
No, they haven't. What the fuck are you saying?
I'm kind of with video on this one.
From
They've been
across-
killing children.
These
with
doors. I
starvation.
punch a door. I punch a door.
Punch that solid ice.
Video
Door
rules, guys.
Opens in just like you do hit some force, and it's not like it's latched or anything. The door begins to open a little bit. Some of this sunlight beginning to illuminate the inside.
I'm sorry. I spoke a little too quickly.
Dionys is gonna walk in.
Right.
Yeah. I'll follow
Push
that.
open these massive double doors. You enter into this room. Now, you're standing on this floor of ice. Slick. You're having a little bit of trouble keeping your bearings on this slick, smooth ice. As you look around and gather where you are, the room is weirdly empty. The ceiling doesn't go to the top of where you saw, of where you assume it would go if this was just a one-floor room. However, it doesn't lead to, you don't see, another staircase or anything, or a ladder or anything in this room. Instead, what you see is, at your feet, encased in this ice, there are fully, under the ice, probably a solid, foot, anywhere from 6 inches to a foot under the ice, there are bodies, skeletons, encased in this ice. Fully enclosed, not at a point where you think they could actually reach out. There's not only just skeletons, but there's rocks. You even see, Dionys, you notice a fish at one point in one part, and then you all notice, kind of close to the top, there is a boat that is fully encased beneath this floor of ice. And shimmering across it, you notice this shifting, glimmering, mystical energy that is just ever present across this floor, shifting from hues of light blue to greens to purples to oranges, just kind of shifting across the ice. You look across the walls. This is where the truly horrifying part of this comes in. You see hanging, starting to crack, falling from these walls, more of these bodies. Not in one piece, but joined together through ice. These undead begin to start to fall off the wall, landing on the floor, getting up, and starting to walk towards you, more and more falling off the wall, some awakening and trying to pull themselves from the walls of ice, but being unable to sever themselves from the wall as this horde begins to form in front of you. And that is where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's session.
Fuck.
That's crazy.
All right. As always, thank you everybody for joining us on this another special fun episode of Jest Quest. If you're a dad today, happy Father's Day. If you're not a dad today, happy Father's Day. You don't gotta be a dad to celebrate Father's Day. Boom.
True.
But we will see you all next week, more than likely, in case something drastic happens, which hopefully it shouldn't. But we will see you then. And until then, bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Good day.